This video is based about the facts of governor of Umayyad Caliphate, Hajjaj bin Yusuf. Before watching this video, subscribe the channel and press on bell icon. One of the most able of provincial governors under the Umayyad Caliphate, he played a critical role in consolidating the administrative structure of the Umayyad Dynasty during its early years and served as its governor of Iraq 694 to 714 AD. For many years, he was governor of the provinces that surrounded Makkah, but in 694 AD, he was made governor of Iraq. Al-Hajjaj was completely devoted to the service of the Umayyads, and he never fearful of his great power. He was instrumental in persuading the Caliph. His father was a teacher, so he also adopted teaching as profession. But he was not satisfied from his job. He thought that he born for rule. For this spirit, he shifted in Damascus from Taif, that was capital of Umayyad Caliphate, where he served as an ordinary servant at Abdullah bin Marwan court. As Hajjaj was having aggressive and ruling nature, Abdullah bin Marwan getting complaints in his army troops and found many internal conflicts. So his minister advised him and suggested the name of Hajjaj bin Yusuf. But he had also warned him about his strictness. After that, Hajjaj brought revolutionary reforms in army of Abdullah bin Marwan and did not spare even that minister who had suggested his name. Caliph Abdullah bin Marwan won't strike like that man who is purely sincere with the state, because he wanted to target next Abdullah bin Zubair, who was staying in Makkah. Abdullah bin Zubair was famous for his generosity and kindness. He created difficult conditions in Makkah. He blocked the city and created a situation of famine, and then by pelting stones on the city and caused a lot of damage to the wall of Kaaba. And if the soldiers forbid it, Hajjaj bin Yusuf would go ahead and do this act of stoning by himself. Then he brutally martyred Abdullah bin Zubair and kept his dead body on the stake of several days. After this success, he was appointed governor of Iraq, where he killed anyone he feared might speak against his government. From here, he took the road to Kufa, where people were standing with stones on their hands, but he gave such a horrible speech. After controlling the situation in Kufa, Hajjaj bin Yusuf left for Basra, where he reduced the salary of the army troops, and then he killed many leaders to crush the rebellions. Later he apologized at the request of the Khalifa. During the reign of Walid bin Khalid, more emphasis was placed on conquests. After Turkestan, he conquered Sindh, Debal and established a Muslim state there and imposed jizya tax on them to protect the rights of non-Muslim, and they were called dhimmis. The oldest chronicle of the Arab conquest of Sindh, the primary reason Al-Hajjaj ordered an expedition against the region's ruler Raja Dahir was the pirate raid of the coast of Debal, where peoples were made prisoners and captured. Upon hearing of this matter, Al-Hajjaj wrote a letter to Raja Dahir and, upon unsuccessful resolution being reached, launched a military attack. For this purpose, he sent to Muhammad bin Qasim in Sindh. Following his victory over the Iraqis, Al-Hajjaj began a series of reforms aimed at restoring calm and prosperity to the troubled province after almost 20 years of civil war and rebellions. He invested much efforts in reviving agriculture and thereby increasing revenue through the kharaj, which means land tax. He began to restore and expand the network of canals in Lower Iraq. His greatest achievement was to put Arabs on the Holy Quran. According to the 13th century historian Ibn Khalikan, the cause of his death was stomach cancer. On his deathbed, he appointed his son Abdullah to replace him as leader. Al-Hajjaj was a highly capable, though ruthless, statesman, strict in character, and a harsh and demanding master. Widely feared by his contemporaries, he became a deeply controversial figure and an object of deep-seated enmity among later pro-Abbasids writers who ascribed to him victimization and mass executions. Thanks for watching @ARY2020.